If you are brand new to government contracting, this video is for you. So I talk to a lot of folks that are just trying to start a business, and for whatever reason they choose government contracting. It's a great industry to be in. I highly recommend it. Obviously, I've been in it for a really long time. Really love the industry. But where I see a lot of companies struggle is this one key decision they make up front on choosing what to sell to the government. And a lot of times they choose what to sell to the government because someone said, hey, the government buys a lot of fill in the blank. You should sell fill in the blank. Now, that's true. The government buys a lot of almost everything under the sun. So you can fill in the blank with just about everything, and the government does buy it. But who's going to buy it? How are they going to buy it? You don't know if they can buy it from you. You don't know if they're locked out because, or you're locked out because of certain contract vehicle cycles and different things like that. So choosing what you sell when you're starting the business is extremely important. If this is your first business, if this is your first time in the government, you're already going to have a bunch of learning curves. How to run a business, how to navigate the government. Those are all things that you've got to be thinking about. If you also have to learn an industry, for example, that's going to be very difficult. So let's say, for example, you sold used cars and that was your job history over the last 10, 15 years. And now you're getting into government and you've heard that cybersecurity is a thing. So you want to specialize in cybersecurity. Well, yes, cybersecurity is a thing, but now you're trying to learn the government, learn how to run a business, and learn cybersecurity and how to sell cybersecurity. You have really stacked the odds against yourself in that situation. So how do you pick what you should sell? Number one, there's a lot of data out there. So you can go on sam.gov, you can go on usaspending.gov, you can go on a lot of different websites and find out what the government is buying, how they're buying it, all those kind of things. But one of the recommendations that I make is if it's not something that you have a history with, so you've either sold this or been familiar with it from a past work experience, it needs to be something you're passionate about. So I know a lot of people that are in just regular 9-to-5s. Let's say they work at Walmart, but in their spare time, they're cybersecurity geeks. So they know a whole lot about this stuff. It's a passion for them and it makes sense. So if it's a passion for you that you've spent hours educating yourself on, then that is one less learning curve for you. So that helps make the recommendation. Don't pick a product or service that you know nothing about, in a business that you know nothing about, with a market you know nothing about. That's 3 strikes against you, and it's very hard to overcome that. So make it simple on yourself. Pick something that you have knowledge about or you're passionate about and have knowledge that way. Typically, you want to have some work experience because we can map personal work experience to the business as past performance, and then at least you've got some experience that you can share with your potential clients. So that's one big recommendation. The next one, dig into that data on those websites. Find out, are there contract vehicles you have to be on? If so, what are the rounds and on-ramping and all that kind of stuff? Because the last thing you want to do is jump into a market where there's a 5-year contract and you're only in year 2 of it. So there's 3 years away from you being able to get onto this contract vehicle. So find those things out. If you struggle with putting all these pieces together, reach out to us. One of our coaches will work with you to help you assemble that picture to figure out who buys what you sell, how they buy it, what makes the most sense, and to help you choose a path that you can go down. Because the worst thing you can do is just jump and pick a path that's wrong for you. And really, it only takes a few weeks worth of research for you to narrow this down and pick a smart path for you to chase. So if you're new to government contracting, be aware of all those factors. And if you need help, you know how to reach us. We'd love to have a conversation with you about it. We'll see you next time.